Zach, if you can do it on that side, I am ready to roll.
Yeah, I mean, just feelings right now, winning for the first time in 6 years. What's this like for you?
Satisfying. A lot of hard work. I mean, we all do it. But I've taken a lot of time away from golf with my injury to be with my family, and I think that's really put me in a good place mentally. And just when I've played, I'm excited to be out here instead of just going week in and week out. More repetition. So I think that's really paid dividends.
Had you won anything since your last Korn Ferry event? I mean, any stuff?
I mean, like some local stuff, the Grapefruit Open in Vero Beach. I mean, I've been playing well. It's a matter of making putts, and I really haven't been a great putter the last few years, but I've also figured out how to hit my golf ball better, and that's you got to make putts to win.
What does it mean to you to kind of be putting this in the rearview mirror and going back to the top level?
I know I can play well at the biggest stage. I mean, the crowds out here this week are as big as a tour event. So, that's probably one of my biggest things is the crowds and dealing with the pressure and just knowing that I can get it done.
Was there a moment today you felt like you really took hold of the tournament and realized you were out in front and really just weren't going to give it up?
I usually am a leaderboard watcher, but I knew I was playing well, and I saw Alejandro was at 19 after I was just finishing 8. So after I saw that, I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to try to, plug in and try to finish strong and see what happens. 2 shots seems like a lot, but it's really not. And then the only time I looked at the leaderboard behind us here was after I hit my putt up to, 8 inches and realized I had a 2-shot lead, and I stopped breathing.
Do you want to take another one?
Yeah, 3 shots.
I won by 3? Oh, I thought okay. Well, 3-shot lead.
Like you looked at it here?
I looked at it after I hit my putt up to 8 inches. Yeah. And I mean, usually I'll look at leaderboards all day long. I just, it's just how my brain works. But I didn't. It wasn't like I did it on purpose. Some guys don't look at them. I just knew that, if I just kept my head down, see what happens.
This is your 3rd win on the Korn Ferry Tour.
Mm-hmm.
How do you compare these as opposed to the first 2?
I think 38 years old, any other sport that's pretty old. So it's satisfying to know that I still have good golf ahead of me. And, you do a lot of questioning in this game, even when you are at the top of your game. So I think with that being said, I feel like I still got some more gas in the tank.
How do Adirondack chairs stack as far as unique trophies or
super cool
things?
Super cool, and we got a nice backyard with a pool, and we're always back there, so that's gonna sit really nice back there. Yeah.
So when you were hurt with your back injury, right?
You still do. Yep.
Still do.
Yep.
How far away did this moment seem when you were down with your back injury?
Well, I was in Bermuda and I couldn't even walk, so I thought I was going to need surgery for sure. And with the help of my physical therapist and just really staying off of it was probably the most helpful thing. So yeah, you just never know. You never know. When I took 4 months off from not playing at all, it's just you can't ever predict the future. Yeah.
Nicholas, you've mentioned your family a ton.
Yeah.
As a dad and as a husband, your family saw you not at your worst, but really facing injury and trying to battle back and come back. And now for them to, watch you win, what does that mean to you to show them, like, I'm back?
That's like what it's all about, really. And I know that we want to do it. I want to do it for other people more than myself. And I know that may not sound true, but it is. And I mean, my kids and my family are the world to me, and they put up a lot of fights, and I just want to love them that much more. So this is really for them. And my caddy, like me and Matt have been working together for about 8 months now, and he's been there for me anytime I need him, and he's been caddying for other people, and he's just been a really, really good, solid guy for me that I enjoy being around, and it's been great.
And your little girl mentioned on the phone that you needed to say my name. What does it mean just to have that kind of lighthearted?
She loves the spotlight. We'll just say that much. It's great, And when I was walking up 18 after I hit my tee shot, I was like, all right, I'm in good position. And I didn't tear up, but I was just like, I was emotional for the sake that I'm so lucky to do this. And yeah, it's pretty amazing.
When you said Bermuda, were you talking about this year at Bermuda?
It was in the fall. So, yeah. Yep. I don't know if you know what happened to Grayson Murray, but he walked out of there with like 90 stitches. He fell on a moped. They called it a Bermuda tattoo. Okay. So I was walking out hobbling, and he looked like a mummy. So it was pretty rough, but he was in much worse shape than me.
You set the tournament record here by 3 strokes. What was the key to scoring well on a pretty tough course?
I think it played a little softer on the greens than it has in past years. We played in really nice weather. I remember in past years we played in a little bit more wind. Granted, it's blown a little bit, but not like it has before. So I think those two things make a big difference. Yeah.
How underrated is confidence now? Because you have the confidence of winning now, especially going into next week.
Yeah, I mean, I still am in shock. It'll take me a couple days to unwind, but could you ask the question again? I'm sorry.
Though,
the confidence,
that seems like
yes.
an underrated thing.
Totally.
Because you can tell yourself you're playing well, but now you have a trophy to show it.
Yeah, so I've played 4 medical starts, 3 top 10s, a 27th finish in Raleigh. So I knew I had been playing well, but when you take time off in between, because like my back would be sore and I didn't want to like jump into 2 weeks in a row, and it was hard to assess my game because I wasn't playing week in and week out. But at home, I can play well at home, and but putting it under the gun is it's satisfying.
Do you want to take a bite before it completely melts away?
I don't know if it's
I'll take it for if you want to dump it.
I gotta take one more bite.
Any final questions?
What do you think of TPC Colorado?
It's amazing. I mean, the views are unbelievable. The golf course, it gives you a little bit of room. Thank you. A little bit of room off the tee. And I usually drive it pretty straight, so that I didn't really think that was, I guess an advantage towards me. But my ball striking's been pretty good, and the greens get firm, so playing a little bit more strategy-based golf instead of just firing at every flag. I think that paid dividends at the end.
How many starts do you have on your medical when you go to the?
That's yet to be determined. It all depends on the average of events played by members and yada yada yada, and how many I play to finish the year.
So from what you said yesterday, you're good to go for the rest of this season and next season.
Depending on what I get in on my number, I'll get into Reno, I'll get into 3M, and then I should get into Wyndham, and then they have a break, and then I might get into Napa. I'll play the fall series, whatever I get in. So I'm at the bottom of the reshuffle list, so I gotta play well.
And then next year.
And then next year I will get some starts based on however many events I missed. Yeah.
I was standing with you when you got to make a quick phone call to your
Mhm.
family, but if they were here, if you get to talk to them again, I mean, what do you want to say to them? It's just, your victory moment. Is
Yeah.
there anything you would say to them?
Just thank you, and I love you. Yeah.